First off, a little bit of news. As many of you guys know, in the air gunning world and in the gun world in general, the big industry event is coming up in the third week of January. It's called SHOT Show in Las Vegas. And as always, Airgun Depot will be there and we'll have a lot of coverage. So follow us on all the social media. You want to make sure you follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're going to get you guys the behind the scene first look at a lot of the new stuff that's going to be coming out. In fact, last year, if you guys remember, we showed you the Galahad and now here it is, just a mere 11 months later. But hey, it was worth the wait. Let's get into the review of the Air Arms Galahad. So Air Arms is a storied manufacturer from England. They've been around for a long time and they are known for quality. And overall, guys, just so you know, in England, not a lot of people are able to own firearms. So that means most people who love to shoot, they're shooting air guns. So they really know their stuff. And there's a lot of laws in air gun too. They're not high powered. Nothing can be above 12 foot-pounds. So it's more of a finesse industry. So the manufacturers out of England, like Daystate, Air Arms, Brocock, it's more of a finesse thing. So it's a little bit more about the style, not so much that thump and power that a lot of other manufacturers are known for. So for Air Arms, this is their first Bullpup, and they put a lot of time and thought into this, and they've really created something that has more finesse than a lot of their Bullpups you'll see. From the style standpoint, whether you love it or hate it, they're definitely trying to get a little more sleek look, a little bit more sexiness into the Bullpup, and I think they've succeeded pretty well. So there's a lot of features in the Galahad they've done really well, and one of the things that stands out to me is it's truly ambidextrous. So the other thing that really stands out on the Galahad, and it ties into that ambidextrous nature of the stock, is the front forward cocking lever. Now this front cocking lever mechanism has been done off and on, but they've really perfected it here. You just push it forward, pull it back, you're ready to go. And I was a little bit skeptical at first, but you actually really enjoy it and get used to it. And this can be switched from the right or left side depending on if you're lefty or righty. So there's a lot to love with the Galahad. Starting with the butt stock, this is a multi-axis adjustable butt pad. What that means is you can move it up and down, but you can also tilt it to the left and right, which is a really cool feature. Like other Air Arms, the Galahad is internally regulated, which means you're going to get that nice consistent shot string. And there's also a power adjuster here that lets you dial in that power so you can really dial it down and almost double, triple your shot count on a full fill. The Galahad uses a 10-shot rotary base mag. These are the same that you find on the S510s and the S410s. And the Galahad ships with 2 of them, which is a nice touch. You get one of the more well-respected triggers in the industry in the 2-stage adjustable Air Arms trigger. Comes out of the box at about 2.5 pounds, but it is fully adjusting so you can go to your liking. Also a unique feature on the Galahad, they've built in a bubble level on the back of the pick rail. This is a really nice feature because you can quickly glance down and find out if your gun's level so you can avoid having a canted shot. The Galahad comes in a svelte 8.6 pounds unscoped. It's a total of 35.5 inches and the barrel is 19.4 inches. It's a Lothar-Walther barrel underneath a full shroud with a moderator at the end that really keeps it nice and quiet. Before I talk about the accuracy and power, I do want to tell you about what I have mounted up on this Galahad. This is the Hawk Panorama. It was the first time I had using the scope. It's called the Panorama because you're getting about a 20% larger field of vision, so I really like the scope as an option for those that are interested in predator and varmint hunting because you'll see your prey coming from the left and right a little bit quicker. It also has a glass-etched illuminated reticle with the blue and red option, which I really like. I would use blue during the day, red at night, or you can just leave it off if you want just a black reticle. We actually like this combination of scope with gun so much that we created a little combo and passed on some savings as always. You can click here to check that out. Now the most important thing of any gun is accuracy, and Air Arms is known for a high degree of accuracy. The Galahad is actually based on the same power plant as the S510, S410, and that's a good thing in this case because that's a proven power plant and they've been proven to be very accurate. Combining that with the Lothar-Walther barrel, let's see if it lives up to the Air Arms standards. First off, I started with my favorite pellet. It's the JSB Jumbo Heavy at 18.13 grains. It's probably the #1 recommended pellet for me. And sure enough, I got a 3/4 inch group at 50 yards. This was an enclosed environment, no wind. And I think I could probably tighten that up even more. The Jumbo Heavy always delivers. Then moved over to the Jumbo Monster. I always like to do a heavier pellet because for you guys that maybe want to do pest control, Galahad couldn't really handle the Jumbo Monster. They threw them all over the place. It's about a 1.5 inch group. Not quite so good. And then we tried the H&N Barracuda Hunter Extreme. That's their hollow point. Had a pretty good group except for the one flyer. So again, H&N starting to come through. Wanted to try another heavy pellet for you guys to see if one would work. So put in the Ultra Shocks. Man, it really had trouble with that. I just think the Galahad's not made for those heavier pellets. So to finish off, I went to one of my new favorite pellets, the Predator GTO. That's a lead-free pellet, and it was an awesome group, almost a 1/2 inch group. Definitely the best group of the day, and more, these Predator GTOs are absolutely delivering. Now they're lead-free, but they still pack a little bit of a weight, so I think it's a viable option for pest control. So accuracy-wise, definitely lives up to the Air Arms pedigree. Very impressed with it. From a power standpoint in .22 caliber, you'll be able to get up to about 32 foot-pounds. .25 caliber, you can push that to about 37 foot-pounds, and we are able to get about 35 to 40 full-powered shots, so just over 3 magazines with a 250 full bar. From a sound standpoint, the moderator definitely does its job. It keeps things quiet. It's not like the most quiet gun out there, but it'll keep it quiet enough for backyard friendly, and you'll be very happy with it. As far as what I don't like, as much as I like the Air Arm magazines, you will dry fire your 11th shot unless you're counting, because it won't lock on your final shot. So as much as the magazine though itself is actually very easy to load, and I do like the design of it, I feel like they could improve that and fix that. As far as the cocking lever, I really do like the positioning of it and how easy it is to switch from left to right, but unlike some of the other reviewers, I don't find it buttery smooth. You kind of have to push it down, and it's almost like a two-step thing. You push it down, and then you kind of have to give it a little bit of extra heft to get that fully cycled in. So in theory, I was looking at it thinking this might be a really cool speed silhouette gun because you could quickly switch it, but in reality, I think some of the smooth side levers are a little bit more geared to speed silhouette than the Galahad. But that being said, in general, I think Air Arms has done a really good job with their first Bullpup. It looks, I like the look of it, love the bubble leather. I can't tell enough, when I was shooting, that's one of the favorite things I was doing, is that idea of looking down, glancing down, making sure I'm not canting my shot. And I realized that I can buy a bubble leveler for my scopes and mounts, but I just don't. And the fact that they built it in, that made it that much easier. And I really thoroughly enjoyed shooting the Galahad. It was much better than I expected at first glance. Overall, we really like the Galahad. I think you'll be very happy with it. Go ahead and click the link below so you can read more about it, see all the options, combos, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate all those that are subscribing, and that a lot of people are now sharing our videos with others. We're here because of you guys, and we'll see you next week on Under Pressure. Thanks, Airhead.